Hi everyone. So I bought this Martha Stewart large monarch butterfly punch, and I had received a couple of these punch outs from someone in a swap from Tina, actually, from the Yoli's bottle swap earlier this year, and I really liked it, and I decided that when I had 50% off at Michael's for Martha Stewart products, that was for the month of October, I picked one of these up, and when I started playing around with it, I did notice that this is not an easy punch to punch through. And I'm not no skinny mini who has no power, and this was a bit of a challenge. So it's not like some of these punches where they punch through really easily. But I did start playing around with it and got an idea to do some 3D butterflies. So in order to make a 3D butterfly, and one caveat, Martha Stewart punches don't really go through paper any much thicker than 80-pound weight cardstock. So you have to be careful, because then they start to stick, because there's so many fine punches. And when this punches out, and I'll show you one in a minute, punching when I put my camera on the tripod, the paper punched out, the actual butterfly, does not come out the back. It comes out the slide. So you have to be careful not to double punch, because then you'll ruin the image that you just punched out. So all the refuse comes out of the back, but the actual butterfly punch comes out of this middle slot, just as a little heads up. So in order to make 3D butterflies, I've cut out 3 of the same pattern. Let me show you this one. So I've cut out 3 of the same pattern, and you can use either small pattern or large pattern depending on what the overlook you're going for. Smaller patterns will be less busy and have the greatest continuity when you do the layering versus brighter patterns. Sorry about that, I ran out of space on my camera. So I have 3 punches punched out, and I'm using die cuts with a view. Let me just grab the paper stack. It's a matte stack called Sweet, and it has both regular cardstock as well as cardstock with glitter, and let's see if you could see that one. Has glitter on it right there. So I punched out 3 times, scored it in the middle, and this technique works for any punch that is symmetric. In other words, if you score down the middle, each side, left and right, will be able to match up with the opposite side of the next piece of paper. And this is what the final butterflies look like. They're 3 punched out images, and they're glued, and I can't grab my I'll have to show it to you this way, because I can't grab my tripod at the moment. So what you do is, once they're scored in the middle, you glue the 2 sides like this. You match them up, and then you glue that. Then you let that dry a little, and then you glue this next side to this one. So the result is this. So then you have a continuous image of the butterfly, and it's dimensional. Now, to adhere this, you could use either the Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, you can use glossy accents, or you can use, let me just grab that, the Zig 2-way. Because there are some finer elements here, and you really don't want glue pushing through the open spaces, because in particular the quick dry, it'll become tacky, and the Zig 2-way becomes temporary adhesive once it dries. So you want to use something that will dry nicely without making the rest of the butterfly sticky. And you can use this on pages, on mini albums, on cards, and it does lie relatively flat if you want to put this on a card to mail, but it pops right back up because of the folding and the dimensions. So you would glue this side excuse me, down. I don't know what's wrong with my voice today. Sorry. So these are the 3 that I tried out. All of them are from the Sweet Die Cuts with a View matte stack. So it's 3 punches, 3 individual punch outs, scored down the middle and folded, and then glued side to side, then the next side to this. Just let it dry, and this is what it makes. I think they're very cute. And again, you could do this with any punch that is symmetric on both halves. So if you score it down the middle, you'll be able to match up to the next cutout on the left side. Hope that makes sense. If anyone has any questions, please leave me a comment, and I'm going to try and explore the items that I purchased, especially if I have an idea in mind. Next, I think I'll do some 3D embellishments from some of those little, the markdown Sizzix square die that I just got at Michael's. Thanks for watching, everyone. One more thing, I did promise to show you how to cut, how this cuts out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lie this upside down, and I'm just using some scrap paper. I tried to recycle as much as possible. These were some sample lobster raffle tickets that I did. So you slide it in, and again, this is just regular copy paper. And I'm going to punch it through. Oh, alright, hold on. I'm going to see. It's not easy to do that way. And if you don't punch all the way through, oh, it did. But again, the punch out comes out of the side. So let me do that again because I totally fudged that one. So, okay, so right now it's punched all the way through. I have it punched all the way, squeezed as far as it will go, and it's not an easy squeeze. And as you see, only the tiny little cutouts come out of the back. When I let go and slide the paper out, you'll see that the butterfly will come out. There it is. See that? Oh, I kind of like that. Oh, this might be a happy accident. And the other thing that I want to mention is, if you add additional layers, like you could add more butterflies glued to it, and if you put a little string in the middle at the center, you can make these into darling little ornaments. Or if you use, see, I haven't tried this yet, so I can't guarantee it would work, and I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say about shrink material, but again, these punches are notorious for getting stuck, so stick to 80-pound cardstock or thinner for the Martha Stewart punches. So, again, any questions, just leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. I know this is like the video that never ends, but I had these remnants from a project that I did where I had the little Martha Stewart crown punch. These were the negatives of the item that I used in the project, and then I glued, and because they are symmetrical, I scored it in the middle and glued 3 together to make a 3-dimensional crown. So you could pretty much do that with any manageable, any punch that's symmetric and can manageably be folded in half. Smaller things will be much more difficult, obviously. So, promise you, that's it. And I would love to see what you guys come up with, and feel free to post response videos with which punches you used to make 3D embellishments. Thanks for watching once again.